When we hear the word manipulator, we often imagine a calculating villain, a puppet master pulling strings with malicious intent. But the terrifying truth of human psychology is that the most common form of manipulation does not come from malice. It comes from weakness. Sometimes the manipulator is simply a wounded child inside an adult's body, pulling strings because they never learned how to simply ask for a hug. You might be destroying your relationships, not because you are a bad person, but because you are using clumsy subconscious defense mechanisms to get your needs met. Todayisagift welcomes you to this moment of radical self-reflection. The core of this tragedy lies in the blindness between your good intentions and your damaging impact. You feel like the victim while unknowingly acting like the villain. Today, we are going to look into the mirror to identify the 6 signs that you might be unintentionally controlling the people you love. If you are ready to grow, please subscribe to our channel to support this journey. Before we unveil these behaviors, let's test your communication style. When you are hurt by a partner or friend, what is your default reaction? A. I clearly state, I feel hurt by what you did. B. I go quiet and wait for them to figure out they made a mistake. Please type A or B in the comments below. You are not alone, but that is a major sign we need to discuss. Let us now dismantle the 6 shadow roles you might be playing in your relationships without even realizing it. The first sign is that you act as the silent martyr. Do you often insist on doing everything yourself? You might clean the entire house, finish a group project alone, or handle all the difficult logistics, furiously refusing help when it is offered. But then the performance begins. You sigh loudly, look visibly exhausted, or make passive-aggressive comments like, if I don't do it, no one will. This is not independence. This is a trap. You are taking on responsibilities solely to buy the right to complain later. You are acting the martyr to induce guilt in others, forcing them to feel indebted to you for sacrifices they never asked you to make. You are essentially billing them for a service they did not order. The second sign is that you are the tragedy artist. This involves the constant use of catastrophic language. When you are sick, it isn't just a cold. It is the worst pain anyone has ever felt. When you have a bad day, it is the end of the world. You subconsciously exaggerate your suffering because you fear that your normal human feelings are not enough to warrant attention or care. You use hyperbole to force sympathy from others, making them feel like they must drop everything to comfort you, lest they be seen as cruel or uncaring. The third sign is the future merchant. This is the habit of overpromising. You promise to treat them to a fancy dinner, to help them move, or to change your behavior next time. You use these glittering promises of the future to escape the discomfort of the present or to get what you want right now. But when the time comes, you rarely follow through. You are essentially borrowing their trust and patience with no intention of paying it back, leaving them feeling deceived and weary. You are selling them a dream to distract them from the reality of your inaction. The fourth sign is the stonewall. This is the use of the silent treatment. When a conflict arises, instead of communicating your anger, you withdraw completely. You stop replying to texts, you avoid eye contact, and you treat them as if they are invisible. You might tell yourself you are just taking space, but true space is communicated. The silent treatment is weaponized. It sends a brutal, unspoken message. If you displease me, you cease to exist. It is a punishment designed to make them anxious enough to beg for your return. The fifth sign is the reality editor. You find yourself slightly twisting the facts of a situation to evoke more empathy or to win an argument. For example, if you have an appointment at 9 a.m., you tell people it is at 7:30 a.m. to make your morning seem more grueling. You edit the narrative of your life to make yourself the hero or the ultimate victim. You are manipulating reality because deeply insecure parts of you do not trust that the simple, unvarnished truth is enough to earn you the love or validation you crave. The sixth sign is the historical accountant. When you are in an argument about a current issue, do you suddenly bring up a list of good things you did for them 3 years ago? You might say, after all I did for you when you were sick, you treat me like this? You weaponize your past kindness to shut down their current valid concerns. You turn love into a ledger, using your past credits to silence their voice in the present. This suggests that your kindness came with strings attached, and you are now pulling them to control the conversation. Manipulation might get you what you want in the short term, compliance, an apology, or a moment of attention, but it slowly suffocates intimacy. You may win the argument, but you will lose the heart. People will eventually stay with you out of obligation, guilt, or fear, but never out of love. You will find yourself surrounded by people who walk on eggshells around you, and there is no loneliness deeper than being with those who are afraid of you. The profound lesson to take into your life is that vulnerability is the only antidote to control. To heal your relationships, you must brave the terrifying act of simply asking for what you need. Apply this today. The next time you feel a need, drop the performance. Instead of sighing loudly while washing dishes to make a point, look your partner in the eye and say, "I am tired. Could you please help me?" Replace the game with the truth. In your opinion, why is it so difficult for us to simply admit I need help without feeling weak? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective might help someone else feel less alone. If this video helped you find the courage to be real, please subscribe to Today is a Gift to support our journey. Until next time.